Welcome to qnawire.
First, when we're doing proofs, some textbooks and some teachers say things or word them a little differently. So what I'm going to offer you isn't guaranteed exactly the way your teacher would necessarily say or your textbook. But in the first one, when QS is congruent to QW plus WS and WT is congruent to WS plus ST, that's probably called the segment addition postulate for both cases. I'll just use both lines to say the segment addition postulate, which just means that you can add smaller segments together to create a whole if they're all lined up, which they are here. And then by substitution, or maybe even the transitive property, because QW plus WS and WS plus ST are congruent to QS and WT respectively, and that was given to be the same, then they're all equal to each other. We know that WS is congruent to WS is called the reflexive property. And then by subtracting or by substitution again, or the transitive property. And there's a variety of things in number 5 that could be said. Subtraction might be one of them, but again, this one may vary, especially, and I'm guessing it would be subtraction, substitution, or transitive property. And then I don't know how much information you know, but in number 12, segment BC would be congruent to segment BC by the reflexive property. And then we could say that the triangles are congruent to each other now by what's called hypotenuse leg, HL, when we have the hypotenuse, which would be segment BC, and legs, AC and DC. In a right triangle, the triangles are congruent. And then that would mean segments DB and AB would have to be congruent because those are parts of those congruent triangles. You probably call that CPCTC, which stands for the corresponding parts of congruent triangles are congruent. Hopefully this helps a little.